Last week, we had issue 18 to 28 for the 5th generation RX, and because we wanted to have shorter videos, we left 29 to 36 for this week's video. The biggest problem that we've seen is 7 complaints on a shattered moonroof or panel roof, and as winter comes, we will have to see if the door handles will shake up, and hopefully fixed handles are already installed in the newer RXs and NXs so that they don't have issues with the door handles as well. We don't want frozen handles, right? If you haven't seen issues 1 to 28, I have the link below in the description so that you can review them as well. Without further ado, let's look at the complaints. So for the folks who think that it's boring, they just want to know the list, here's the list so you can watch it and you can jump out of the video. But if you're interested, let's start with the first issue. Issue number 29, lost power for 20 seconds. So this one is June 5th, 2024, 2T2 again, Cambridge, Canada. It's an RX 350 based on the VIN number we have here. And it says that the 2023 RX 350, in 3 occasions, driving at various speeds, the vehicle actually lost motive, meaning it just suddenly lost power. And for approximately 20 seconds, so if you're on the highway driving and then you lost power for 20 seconds, you slow down, it's a little bit scary there. Then suddenly accelerated as needed. It just seems like suddenly then it continued. They're saying that the vehicle was not diagnostic or repaired, and the manufacturer was not notified of the failure. The failure mileage was 4,200 miles. So this is a 2.4 liter turbo engine. I don't know what happened here. They complained about it, but if they don't go and get it checked out, how are they going to fix it? Well, I think it's good to know that this could happen, but this could be just probably one case. I don't know if anybody else had this experience, but if you have, please leave in the comments below. So we have issue number 30, and this one is unintended acceleration. This one is interesting because Toyota and Lexus had issues before, and they've actually did some work on making sure that the brakes are overwritten. So no matter what you press, if you press the brakes and the gas together, the brakes will always override the gas pedal. So definitely things have changed. And that's why there is no 2 floor mats on the driver's side, because they want to ensure that you're not getting the gas pedal catched up. So that's why they stopped this unintended acceleration. But in this case here, we see September 16th, 2023, and it's an RX 350H based on the VIN number. And they're saying that they have 2 instances of unintended acceleration. Lexus, meaning they went to the dealership and they actually got it checked out. In both instances, they're saying that the car jumped forward without notice. No warnings were given, and first time ever encountered $8,500 worth of damage. Ouch. And they're saying that there's no damage on the second time, which was May 20th, 2024. So 2 times the same car, they're saying that it jumped forward, and I really don't know what else could they do. Is it unintended of pressing the brakes and they stepped on the gas, or they just didn't even put their foot in the area and they just went forward? Don't know, and it's hard to argue about this. They really need to look at the computer, look at the logs, and see what was done. I think one important thing is this isn't not something that has happened to a lot of people, so it could be just a user issue, or it could be just that vehicle. Hopefully, there are no more issues for this vehicle. Issue number 31, popping noise. This one has a long description, so this one's going to take a little bit longer to talk about. So Cambridge made RX 350H model year 2023, and they're saying that several other vehicles with the same model year and 2024 have made sporadic roof popping noise that appear to cause from heat expansion or flexing of the vehicle. So they brought the car to the dealership 7 times and to 2 different dealerships, because I guess the first 4 trips that they went, it didn't really resolve the problem, so they didn't trust that dealership anymore. And that's one of the problems that we have with different dealerships, right? So the first 4 times they were saying that they cannot duplicate the issue, and one reason is because they didn't keep the car long enough to actually see it. And then the third time, so the last three, they went to a different dealership. They were saying that they couldn't determine, they heard the noise, but they couldn't fix the problem. But really, I think the last time, meaning the seventh time, they actually said that they found that the issue was related to the roof bows, or something appeared to be the roof support that had become detached from inside of the roof. So the dealer supposedly re-glued the bow and support and claimed that the vehicle was repaired. So 3 days later, after it was repaired, the car made the popping noise again. So I think that's where they're complaining about this. And they're saying that they've driven similar models that were loaners from the dealership and they also had the same popping noise. And they're saying that this person probably is a Club Lexus member, and they've been reading the forum sites and other owners saying that 2023 and 2024 have stated that the vehicles have roof popping noise as well. So they're saying that this is a Lexus manufacturing defect. Probably it may not be a manufacturing defect, it could even be a design defect. But they're saying that they were not able to fix the issue and they ignored this owner's suggestion, saying that he or she wants a replacement vehicle. I would say that this is a bit too much for a replacement vehicle because mechanically there's nothing wrong with it. At worst, they'll probably go and get a replacement moonroof for you, and that will work already. So if you have a lemon law in your state, then probably you could actually do that. But I would say they probably will not replace the car because there's nothing wrong with it, because they can just replace the moonroof or the panel roof, whatever roof you have. So if you're an RX owner, have you heard popping noise on your roof? If you do, let me know in the comments below, and maybe something to look out to, because you probably want to go to the dealership to actually have it looked at. The more people going to the dealerships, the more then they will figure out, okay, there's a problem here. Because if only one or two of us go to the dealership and say there's a problem, there's not much they can do because it's not a common issue. Follow me on Instagram at LSFTvideos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX450H Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video. Issue number 32, the wiper's not working. So we have here someone in Texas. They're saying that they got the car last week and then they were driving it downpour rain from a hurricane, and they turned on the wipers and it did not work. It just got stuck in the middle of the windshield, and then it almost got hit on the road because he couldn't see in front of them. Definitely very dangerous, and it is a safety issue here. It says maybe my fault for not checking on this and before I drove off, and at the moment the car is back to the dealership. The service advisor says that there's a motor defect and they're ordering parts to get it replaced. Interesting. So anybody really getting their vehicle, maybe the first thing you should try is the wipers to make sure they actually wipe. I actually have a story myself. So we had an issue with the LS500 in our family, and same problem, the wipers did not work. And what the cause was, it was because a fuse was missing. So when the dealership was getting the car ready for delivery, they were putting the fuses in and they missed out the one for the wiper. And I'm very surprised that when they're doing delivery, they don't go and test every single component. And I think that should be done, because you don't want customers coming back saying things don't work because you missed a fuse. So issue number 33, this one's saying that the car is veering to another lane. So when they're driving a 2023 RX Hybrid 350h, they're saying that all the safety features are turned on except for lane assist. And they're saying that it would suddenly veer to the right under specific conditions. So they're saying that they have proactive driving assist on, and they're driving on a straight road where they have yellow lines on the left and white on the right. And then when they approached where there is actually a right turn area, they're saying that the white shoulder tapers off and emerges to the side. So then the car, I think what happens is it will detect that, oh, the lane's bigger, and it will veer off and then suddenly see that, oh, now they're trying to center it to the road. I'm not too sure. I've seen this a lot, especially when I use cruise control, where you have an exit ramp and then there's no lines, and then the car will just suddenly veer off to the right because it detects the lane on the right side and it tries to center itself between the two lanes. It is a bit dangerous and you really have to hold it so it doesn't go that way. And now what I've noticed is a lot of highways, they start to draw that line so that it doesn't just suddenly think that the lane is wider and the car will go centered. They're saying that they don't have adaptive cruise control turned on, so that's definitely not the issue. And they're saying that they're seeing this because, especially after the firmware upgrade or after the dealer's service. I think I understand what they're trying to say, and it is dangerous, but I'm hoping that Lexus will solve that with software updates in the future. And let me know in comments below if you've experienced this car suddenly veering to the right because of there's no line between the lane and the right turn lane. Issue number 34. A system malfunction light keeps on turning on or just turns on. So what they're saying is a 2023 RX 350. So what they're saying is that they're driving at an undisclosed speed. I don't know how fast they're driving, but a system malfunction error message populated the instrument panel, and the vehicle was taken to the dealer where the system was reset, and the dealer advised that the contact that there's an error message could also come back. And then what they're saying is a software fix was being worked on, and the contact stated the failure reoccurred, and the manufacturer is aware of the failure, and it's about 9,000 miles. So 2023 model year. I don't know what the issue is. Is it related to sensors or what it is, or there was a recall or a campaign on updating software. So probably it's just an annoyance that you need to go and get it cleared every single time. But at least I'm not sure if this is a safety issue, but it definitely is a distraction for the driver. Issue number 35. This one is serious. Airbags. So the contact loaned a 2023 RX 350 made in Cambridge, and they're saying that they were driving on the highway with the cruise control at 65 miles per hour, and the car was rear-ended. So the car behind him actually hit him, and then the car hit a median wall. And then after that, it was catapulted back into the oncoming traffic. So it went back on oncoming traffic and probably got hit again. So what they're saying is the contact stated that the airbag, the driver's side airbag, did not deploy. However, all the other airbags deployed it as intended. So I'm not sure why that happened, and that's why they're saying that this is a safety concern. So there's also saying that the front driver seatbelt failed to secure the driver during the incident. So the contact sustained shoulder, hip, leg, and arm injuries, and the front passenger sustained left arm injuries. So they went to the hospital, the car is deemed total, and it was about 7,000 miles. Based on what I see here is he was on cruise control, like adaptive cruise control, so he's driving probably at speed limit. The car behind is the one who's actually at fault. But unfortunately, it got hit and it got spun off and all that. And the most concerning thing is the side airbag didn't work and the seatbelt was not keeping the person in place. It's very hard because once it's deemed totaled, it's going to be very hard for them to investigate, and I don't know if Lexus investigate the issue and get information from the car on what happened during that time and why that the side airbag did not deploy. Issue number 36. Lexus Safety System Plus malfunction. So this is a 2T2 Cambridge-made RX 350 according to the VIN, and what they're saying is they're experiencing a malfunction of the ADAS system. They're getting messages saying that the ADAS system is failing, and then they're saying that on the week of inspection, the Lexus dealer said that the malfunction was caused by rats chewing on the soil-based wiring, and it cost $1,300 to replace. And the contact is saying that they feel that it's a faulty design because the parts and all that shouldn't be animal food. That's funny, but yes, it shouldn't be, right? Then they're saying that this could actually cause serious accidents because they don't know if the ADAS system or the LSS Plus 3.0 is going to fail or not. Because if a rat or wildlife goes and chews on the wire, you're done. So this is not the first time. We've actually heard about this many years ago that Toyota Lexus uses soil-based wiring. It's more like an environmentally wiring system, and it is prone for this problem. So one thing that it's critical to do is ensure that there's no rats in your garage. But again, you can park it outside. Rats can enjoy the wires if they really wanted to. So it's very hard to control. Does anybody who's actually watched this had this problem before? I think it's a common problem, not just the RX, but all the Toyota Lexus vehicles as well. So we're at the end of part 4. And probably part 5 will be coming in 3 to 6 months time frame. And one interesting thing that I've noticed is for the RX, other than the moonroof shattering and not getting a second key fob, a lot of the issues are quite unique. They don't seem to repeat themselves as much, so it does feel that a lot of these could be one-offs. But again, it could be that just people aren't vocal. So if you found that some of these issues you found are exactly the same, do leave in the comments below so that we can get a sense of how often these things really occur, because some people will step up and say this is an issue, and reality is we are looking for reoccurring issues and not one-offs, because I think reoccurring ones are the ones that potential buyers will need to know about and look out for when they get their car. I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.